Hey y'all, Justin Brook, site fling.com. A little down today. I got a problem, and I want to talk to you about the problem because I think maybe you have the problem too. I don't know. It's a business lesson though, and I thought it was important to share. One, it also explains kind of what's going on with site fling right now. Like, why are things slowing down? Why is nothing happening on the blog? So I wanted to kind of like jump on here and talk with you guys about it. Kind of what's going on is I'm going through some changes. I never really got into this, make money online stuff or whatever. I never wanted to be like an internet guru. I still, would never call myself that, and would hope nobody would call me that. Like I just this industry changed my life. I was a young punk doing nothing, going nowhere, drinking. Like I was just doing nothing, and then like I learned this stuff and it changed my life. I mean, it changed my life. It's impacted my family's life. I've become a better person. I'm proud of myself now, and that's a huge turnaround from where I was. So, I just wanted to give back. I wanted to show other people how I do what I do, and it all started back in the days when I started selling my own websites and teaching people how to flip websites because they wanted to learn how I was doing it. And then, I was doing pretty good in my very first niche, the Joomla niche, and people were asking me, like I used to talk in the Warrior Forum, and people were asking me how I was making money, and it all started because like I didn't want to answer the same questions over and over again, so I created one video, which turned into another video, which turned into a blog, which turned into a course. It just kind of all snowballed, and that's why I sold Site Flip Academy. That's why I sold Website Flipping Masters. That's why Site Fling is kind of like, hanging in the balance right now. We're debating, I have this cycle, it's like I don't want to be the make money online guy. And, the other thing I'm realizing, now that I'm, working with Rich Schefrin and I've got so many more years experience, I've been taking self-assessment tests, I've been working with clients, so like I kind of pulled myself out of that last year. I made sure to switch to a model where my money wasn't made from teaching, my money is made from doing, and I'm finally back to that point, and I'm so much happier. Something I've realized is, I'm really not good at running businesses. And that's like really hard to say, knowing that, you come to me for business advice or, at least internet business advice. But it's a really powerful revelation in myself, knowing that I don't like to run businesses. I'm not even good at running business. I'm great at marketing. I'm great at sales, getting traffic, like, that stuff all day long, man. I will build the crap out of a website, man. I will get that traffic. But when it comes to all the other parts of the business, the customer support and consistency and business development, like all the other parts of like actually running a business, I never really signed on to this stuff for that. Like all I wanted was a website that paid my bills. I mean, can any of you relate to that? Like, did you really want like a big business and all that stuff? And I'm getting to the point where I can't grow. I mean, I've been doing the same numbers. Like, yeah, I make 6 figures a year or whatever, but I've been doing the same numbers for like 5 years now. I haven't grown, and that's a problem. And I'm starting to ask myself, what is the problem? It's something in my head. And one of the things I've found is, that I just don't like to run businesses. I'm not good at running businesses, so I need a partner. So we're looking for a partner in SiteFling that could do the day-to-day things, do the business type stuff. Somebody that's a finisher, because I'm more of a starter, and someone that would let me just have a website that makes me money instead of me having like a whole business and taxes and just everything that goes with having a business. So anyways, one of the tests that I took was the Colby test, and you can find that at Colby.com. You can do some searches. So the Colby test is something that I took. As soon as I took it, I immediately paid, you have to pay for it. It's $50. It was hugely worth the money after I took it and saw the answers and what it does for you, how close it knows you. What it does is it tells you what you will or won't do. It's not like a personality test or an IQ test or anything like that. It's about your drive. It's about how you're wired and the way you work. And what it showed me is that I've been trying to fit myself into what society says. Like society says that, I should work hard and I should crush it and all that stuff. But when in reality, that's just not how my brain works. It's not how my body works. It's just not wired into my DNA to be like that. So anyways, I took that Colby test, and as soon as I took it, I paid for my wife to take it as well. And she took it, and we found out some, very revealing things. We found out why sometimes we clash in the business and how we can work together better now. Things that she would, tease me about or nag me about, she would now realize that that's just part, I'm wired that way. It ain't changing. That's how I'm going to be, and that's how I work. So now we can embrace it and work with it. So I highly recommend you check out the Colby test as well and do that for yourself. That's kind of what's going on with SiteFling, why things are slower. We're debating on whether we got to change the business model to be able to fit with what I want and what I'm doing now, because I'm more focused on my clients, because that's where I thrive. I just recently took Rich Schefren's lead flow and reduced the cost by like 1,000% or something. Like we were starting at 50, our lead cost was $51, and it's now at, under $4. And I've been doing some stuff on Facebook. Like, this is where I thrive, is doing these marketing campaigns. This is what's fun for me. This is why I teach that stuff, is because, it literally is my video game. When I log into Google Analytics or Clicky and I see that, those analytics, that's my score. My score is going up, and my points is the money in the bank. And right now, the money in the bank is, it's good, but it ain't going up. I need to get to the next level. I'm looking to win, and I'm just not sure that the way SiteFling is right now is a win for me. And you should be looking at your own websites and your own business and thinking, like if you're not growing, or like if you've been doing the same things over and over again, if you feel like you're on a cycle, things haven't changed in a long time, maybe you got to change it up. Maybe we shouldn't be a blog. Maybe we shouldn't sell information products. Maybe I should be a completely different business model. Maybe it's, we do reports. And the other thing is how am I different from anybody else? How am I, I'm competing against copy bloggers, social triggers, these great blogs, and they're hustling, they're doing so much, they're doing such a great job. I'm just another one. How can I be different? And how can you be different? Think about these things. All these things that I'm telling you about myself right now. I'm not trying to brag or be all about me. I'm trying to tell you because I'm hoping that you will think about these things and think about how this information can help you. So that's what's going on with SiteFling. That's why things are kind of slow right now. We know we have some fans out there, and we want to bring the wow back, but it's got to be a way that works for us too. Like, we just can't keep dragging it on. It's just not smart. Like right now, we're keeping it all alive based on emotion, because we love SiteFling. We love a lot of our subscribers. We've become great friends with a lot of you guys out there. And it's really just an emotional decision right now to keep it, and that's not good. Business 101 is you shouldn't be making decisions based off of emotion. So we're thinking about what we should do. If you have any ideas, suggestions, anything that you'd like to see, we're up for it. Feedback, we're all for it right now. And, maybe we'll keep SiteFling, and maybe we'll move to a different model that's just amazing, and it makes it thrive, and everybody's happy, and it grows, and or maybe we shut it down. And I've got another brand growing right now at Rich Schefren over at the Traffic Strategist, and if I'm going to be blogging about traffic and conversions, it doesn't make sense to do that on SiteFling when I have Traffic Strategist, which is so much more, it's tighter, it's better, it's got more power behind it. I've got a bigger team behind me with that. So maybe I shut down SiteFling and I move over to there. I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying. I love this stuff. I'm just saying things are changing, and I'm not sure where we're going, and this is why things are changing. And I wanted to be honest with you guys and let you know, why things are slow. So maybe it buys me a little bit of time until I can bring the wow back, and maybe you jump ship and say, forget this, I'm leaving. If you got to do that, that's fine too. But this is what's really going on, and we hope to bring the wow back real soon. I'm Justin Brooke from SiteFling.com. See you soon.